A very good evening to you from the sports desk, and we are coming to you live today at the Sun City Superbowl. This is where the 17th edition of the South African Sports Awards are taking place. It's a big night for sports in South Africa. This is an opportunity for excellence to be celebrated. You have about a total of 18 awards that will be given here today, and the process of getting here has been quite a taxing one, where an adjudication panel had to get together for about 3 days to thrash down and come down to the last nominees. You also had a media panel that was looking also at some other awards that will be given out today. But also the other side of this is the Excellence Awards, and we'll hear from the minister a little later about that, because he will be selecting those that he feels have done well in the year in review, and he will be honoring them to that effect. And you also have the Andrew Mlangeni green jacket that will be given a little bit later on. So the event is just about to start. The guests have gone in, they've settled down. I mean, the who's who of sport are here, from the Springboks to the netball players to the boxers, even the sheep shearers are here because they have been nominated. I mean, you know, if you look at also indigenous games, also there's a lot to talk about in that regard. Recreation bodies, the likes of Bakegula have been nominated. So it's really going to be a night that encompasses all sporting codes. Now, if I'm speaking about Bakegula, you might think, okay, what is this? It's a group of grannies in the Limpopo Province that have been put together by one Bekan Sanwisi, who's also been nominated, just by the way, as one of the volunteers of the year. They are from Limpopo, and with that, I'm standing here with the MEC of Sports, Arts and Recreation in the Limpopo Province, MEC Nakedi, Kekana, just to talk to us about that and their expectations. MEC, thank you so much for coming through to talk to us. I mean, a big night for sports. From your perspective as the Limpopo Province, I mean, how do you feel about such a night of excellence that honors sports women and men in South Africa?
We are very much delighted coming from the Department of Sport, Arts and Culture, Limpopo, precisely because we have just mentioned a good story to tell, that we have got Kegula, the most famous grannies in our province. And we are saying this precisely because we have just received them. We were in the airport 2 days ago. Those Bakegula were playing with Mauritius. This is part of international relation. It was just a friendly game, but suffice to indicate that from our side in Limpopo, we were also able to award them and give the best excellence for Bakegula for playing very well and for playing a pivotal role to make sure that indeed the grannies maintain a healthy lifestyle.
And I mean, speaking of that, I mean, still on the subject of Bakegula, they did even host, Limpopo hosted a number of other countries that came through to have a mini World Cup of grannies, which I think for the Limpopo Province was a big event to host the likes of Germany and the United States to come through and be part of that event.
Very well. It was a big event that was held in Guyana, the dusty village of Guyana, and we are very much proud of that because we are touching the rural areas. We are able to improve the lives of the people at rural areas where it was not even fashionable. So we had a very big event that day. Like we have mentioned that all the people across the country, across the continent, and also across the globe, they were there. So it was very much exciting games, and we were very much proud about Mama Beka Nzangwisi. We were saying to her, you must just keep keep up the good work that you are doing to our grannies.
Mama Beka herself has been nominated today as a volunteer of the year from the Limpopo Province. Also, the Njuva team has been nominated. Khotatso Munjani has been nominated. I mean, that must augur well for the province to say that you have a good representation, as it were, at the South African Sports Awards.
We have a good representation in Limpopo. Indeed, Limpopo is the province of the legend. We are saying this precisely because also at another sporting code, the rugby, we are also represented in Limpopo. We are talking about the likes of Trevor Nyakan, yes, who is schooled at Phalaborwa in Limpopo and trained by the Academies of Sports in Limpopo. Hence, we are saying, as the Limpopo province, we are able to give hope for the hopeless, community members. So people are taking an inspiration about all these legends that you were talking about, not only the rugby, but also with the Banyana. Most of the players or the athletes from the Banyana hails from Limpopo, and also the netballers. You know, you have got the president of Netball South Africa, Cecilia Mulukwane, who is coming from Limpopo Province, and she's doing very well for the development of sport, in particular to the rural areas.
And I mean, just looking at that and the celebration that we are looking at today, I mean, what does this again say to a province like yourself to say, here's a big event? Because I know that even the provinces themselves have their sporting awards, which you guys did, I think, about 3 months also. I mean, is this, would you say, a culmination of all that hard work that you've done to see it done at a bigger and a grander stage?
This is the culmination of everything that we have done. We also had our sporting award, and the very same people whom we are talking about, I think it's us who were able to popularize them. Hence, they are nominated today in the national award, and we are very much proud of that. And one thing that we want to mention is that we are busy, we are hard at work in Limpopo in collaboration with the municipalities to make sure that indeed we give our athletes an opportunities by making sure that we invest in the people. And by investing in the people, we want to make sure that we provide a proper infrastructure, more especially the sporting facilities. We are going to make sure that we have got the stadia, we have got the combi courts, so that the issue of this inequality in the rural areas and the urban areas will be the issue of the past.
MEC, I know the event has started, so I'm going to have to let you go. Thank you very much for coming through to talk to us. MEC of Sports, Arts and Culture in the Limpopo Province, Nakedi, Kekana, just talking to us there, and also about just the nominees from the Limpopo. You've got the Nchuba team that has been nominated. Hotatso Munjane for the sportswoman with disability. She's been a constant performer over the past year, but also Bekanza Nwisi and Bakegula Kekula, amongst others who have been nominated. We're going to park it there. We do have another update coming away. In the next hour, we'll have an opportunity to speak to the Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, Zizi Kodo. Right now, though, it's back to you in studio.